Hey, what's going on? It's Jeff Newport from chasingstrength.com. And in today's video, we are going to discuss 3 reasons good people, maybe people just like you, struggle to get results from their kettlebell workouts. And more importantly, how we're going to fix it today in this video. All right. So let's dive in. Look, if you're not seeing the results you want to from your kettlebell workouts, I got to tell you, you're not alone. It actually seems to be rampant in the fitness/kettlebell industry. In fact, I was talking to somebody I'm very, very close to just the other day about this very problem. And you know what? It's really easy to feel like you've tried everything. There are those air quotes, right? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm actually serious in this. It's really, really easy to feel like you've tried everything and then just be tempted to throw in the towel because nothing works, right? I mean, have you ever had those thoughts run across your head? Again, if so, you're not alone, right? This is more common than you would think, which is probably why only 20 to 25% of the American population is actively engaged in some kind of exercise routine. The other 75 to 80% just don't see the value in it, or they've tried and failed repeatedly and have just quit altogether. So what I found is at times like these, it's just best to take a step back, take a few deep breaths, right? How many? Well, until you feel calmer, obviously, right? Then what we need to do is apply some logic to the situation, right? Which is a concept not routinely embraced in our society these days, which worships at the altar of feelings, right? And we're going to do this in order to extricate ourselves from this situation. So let's break this down. Causes produce effects, okay? For every cause, there's an effect. Inputs produce or result in outputs. For every input, there's an output. So simply said, if you're not getting the right effects, aka the outcome or results that you want, then the cause or the input is, and you know what, I don't know if I can say this in today's day and age. Well, your input is wrong. Okay. Yeah, I know. Shocking. All right. There are 3 reasons, or 3 areas, probably said better, that we actually need to examine in order to rectify this situation. So let's take a closer look. All right. Area number 1 is your training. The simplest way to get results from training is to 1, follow a plan or a program, and I'm going to advocate that it's a professionally designed and developed one. Okay. That's what I've done in the past. That is what works best for me and pretty much everybody I know. This plan or this program is a roadmap to get you where you want to go. Basically, what you're doing is you're hiring a guide to show you how to get from point A, where you are, to point B, where you want to be. And you're going to hire a guide, okay, who's actually walked the path to get where you want to go. He or she has actually been at that destination, okay, and knows how to get there and back again and do it repeatedly. All right. Hopefully I'm not beating a dead horse there. And hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. So point number 2 here, you need to keep a training journal. And this is where you log the day, the time, the exercises, the sets, and the reps from following that roadmap that your guide gave you. Now, doing these allows you, all right, that's the wrong word. That's too passive. Okay. Doing these things empowers you to track, measure, manage, and recalibrate, if and when necessary, your direction. Okay. Now the truth, and what I mean here by truth is the absolute truth, not your truth, right? Not the subjective, huggy feely, kissy, tingly, goosebumpy relative truth. The truth is, the absolute truth here is, if you're not measuring your results, then you can't manage your results. And therefore you're only guessing. All right. Let's look at area number 2, nutrition. The number 1 biggest problem with nutrition is the concept of dieting. Okay, I'm going to put that in all caps up here somewhere, or my video editor is dieting. The word diet in the West connotes something that you go on in order to lose weight and stop once you've lost that weight. All right. The problem is that is a bastardization of the true meaning of the word diet. Okay. Diet comes from the Greek word dieta, which means lifestyle. Therefore, a diet is a lifestyle or a way of eating. Now, the problem in the West is we have a lifestyle of eating that fattens us up, right? And the reasons that diets don't work is because once people achieve their goal weight, they return to their old lifestyle that fattens them up or fattened them up in the first place. All right. It's just absolute insanity. And as a result, they complain, well, I tried the XYZ diet, but it didn't work. Once I stopped, the the weight came right back. No, the diet did exactly as they expected it to do, right? They just returned to a lifestyle or a diet that was designed to fatten them up. Okay. So they switched lifestyles. They returned to the old way of doing things. So the key here is to get off the dieting merry-go-round, right? It's to identify the behaviors, the lifestyles, and the choices that contribute to fat accumulation and replace them with behaviors and lifestyles and choices that encourage the body to burn more fat for fuel. And the simplest way to do this is to actually prioritize your protein intake. Okay. So make a fist, eat that much protein at every meal. Very simple. Start there. The third and final area we're going to take a look at is stress management. This is an area very few people acknowledge, even though surprisingly, meditation and sleep apps seem to be gaining popularity. So the way we manage stress can actually make us or break us. One of the easiest things that we can do and that you can do as soon as this video is over, actually, if you're feeling stressed out, in order to de-stress, is to lie on the floor and perform deep diaphragmatic breathing, right? Probably the best time to do this is right before bed because it'll help you go to sleep. Okay. So just perform 100 deep diaphragmatic breaths. So as I said, not only will it help you fall asleep, it more than likely will help you stay asleep. And speaking of sleep, another way to actually manage your stress and feel less stressed is to actually get 7+ hours of sleep, right? This does not mean slide into bed at 10 p.m. and watch 1 to 2 hours of whatever you want, like your favorite reruns or your favorite Hulu episodes from the 80s, right, on your smartphone or tablet. Okay, it actually means slide into bed at 10 o'clock, turn the light off, okay, and then get up at 6 or 5:30 or 5, somewhere around there. But here's the key point about sleep that we have to remember, right? It's the key takeaway. Getting adequate rest ensures that you have enough energy to get things done. That way you don't stress out about not having enough time, right? So remember, if you want to change your results or your output, you have to change your behaviors or your input. And hopefully I explained to you the best ways to do that inside this video. Okay. Now look, if you find yourself needing a plan or a new roadmap, so to speak, my most recent program, or one of my most recent programs, Kettlebell Maximorum, is a program that is designed to actually help get you the results you're looking for. All right. So stronger, leaner, more muscular. Okay. It's a training plan that's 20 to 30 minutes a day. It's 3 to 4 days a week. Okay. There's a supportive nutrition plan in there, not dieting, right? Supportive nutrition. And that'll show you how to recomp, strip body fat, or build muscle. Okay. 3 different variations of the supportive nutrition in there. And there's a stress relief or restoration plan in there as well to help you recover faster so you can see results sooner. And finally, just like I talked about in this video, there's a training journal in there to help you track, measure, and manage your progress. I believe it'll really help turn things around for you and finally get you seeing the results you've been looking for if you're one of those people who's been struggling. But, again, don't take my word for it. I always tell people, don't take my word for it, right? Test it for yourselves or look what other people have said. So in this case, I'm going to flash an email I got from George up here on the screen, and I'm going to show you what he said about Kettlebell Maximorum. Okay, I've highlighted some of the important stuff in red. He said, if you want a little bit more concrete feedback on your program, I think Kettlebell Maximorum is your best program yet. The 2 days of grinds and 2 days of snatches of Maximorum is the best of both worlds. I went from a little out of shape and deconditioned to the leanest and most muscular I've ever been with fantastic conditioning, all thanks to Maximorum. All right, so I'll leave a link to Kettlebell Maximorum in the description below. And if you want to check it out, go ahead and click that link. All right, so hopefully you found this video helpful and it explained to you, if you're struggling to see results, why that is. Okay, if you found this video helpful, go ahead and click the like button. Click the subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you found it really helpful, if you know somebody else who's been struggling with these kettlebells but not seeing the results, go ahead and share this with them too. Okay? Until next time, my friend, stay strong.